Hello, guys. This is Shar. Welcome back. Now, I just watched Carlos King's Monday Night Live with SoGucci from Bell Collective, Dustin, and Maurice Scott, obviously from Love and Marriage Huntsville. And to really cut right to the chase, I may do a couple of videos on this. I don't know. I'm gonna try to see if I can get it all in this video and still keep it short, like no more than 20 minutes, under 20 minutes. But as you can see, Mr. Maurice, he is trying to look like a modern day Martin Luther King. You see how he got his hands and, they cuffed up like he important and he's serious. Just to dive right in, Carlos King immediately goes right into Maurice and his hanging out. Maurice hangs out. I didn't know he hung out like this. Obviously he's created a pattern where he hangs out all the time till 2 and 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning at these clubs, at these bars. Okay. Kimmy has already stated publicly, I think, in one of her confessionals and all this and that, and also I think in one of the interviews with Carlos King, that she doesn't like it. She doesn't like that he hangs out in this way. And it's almost like Maurice seems like he has, I don't know, I'm not sure about Maurice. He it's like he's an extremist. Like everything he does is to the extreme. Like this whole sex thing, like it's extreme. Like he has to have it 6 days out the week, or if not 6 days out the week, 3, 4, 5 times a week or whatever. It's like he's just extreme with it. And now he's on a kick where he goes out a lot. Now it's like out of 7 days out the week, he's going out 3 and 4 and 5 times a week and hanging out to 2 and 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. So he's on there. He's talking about it. He's giving his explanation. His explanation is that his life is stressful. Can you believe that? That is his excuse. That was the first thing he said, along with a bunch of other mumbo jumbo that was not worth remembering. But the basics, and the first thing that he said that came out of his mouth is that his life is stressful. How is your life stressful, Maurice? Now, don't get me wrong. Life, regardless of who you are, no matter how much money you got, how much money you don't have, if you're on TV or not, we all going to experience life. Trust me, I've just experienced life in the worst way with my mom. But it's like, what is so stressful about your life? You run a credit company, to get people from having a bad credit score of 300 or 450 to 675, 700, 800. I mean, how stressful is that job? I'll wait. And then you are an attorney. Okay, first of all, they say, and when I say they, I mean the internet streets say you're not even practicing the law that much. Not really. You're not even really making no money from your law degree right now. They say the only place you really making money from is from the show and from your Credit One business, which is not thriving from what I hear. Thirdly, if I didn't say secondly, what kind of attorney are you anyway? I think he's not a civil rights attorney. I don't know what kind of attorney he is. I think it's, I don't know, but whatever it is, it's real mundane. He's definitely not a criminal attorney, okay? He's not a real estate attorney. He's not a contract attorney. Those categories for law can be stressful, dealing with companies and contracts. Entertainment law, dealing with these crazy celebrities. Real estate law, it can get tricky. 15 different people being on one deed. You know what I mean? Saying they own a house, one particular house, who really own it. It can get sticky, it can get tricky. And of course, criminal law. So, I mean, slip and fall, ambulance chaser type attorney can be stressful, trying to get business. So, and he's none of those. He's none of those. He is none of those types of attorneys. Like, I cannot remember what type of attorney he is, but it's something really, really subdued and mundane, y'all. If anybody remember what kind of attorney Maurice is, please put it in the comments. And, you got this cushy job on this show, number one show on OWN, that Carlos King loved to remind us about, right? So it's like, Maurice, what are you so stressed out about? It looked like you got Monster on track. He doesn't seem like he's vaping in the bathroom anymore. You know what I mean? He seems like he's a well-adjusted young man. He's getting ready to go off to college. He plays football. He's into girls. You know what I mean? So much to the point where he wants to go off to a certain school just to be around a certain girl. So, I mean, that's good. For his age, that's the norm, where a young man of his age, where their mindset would be. So it looks like the son is well adjusted. So what are you so stressed out about? Because he realizes probably that Kimmy is holding the weight financially of the household, the majority of it. That's who's bringing in the most money, probably. That's probably why he's so stressful. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise than that, I don't know why he could be so stressed out. And of course, he's never going to reveal it to us. But, Kimmy has already stated that she doesn't like it. She doesn't like the fact that he hangs out a lot. And this fool hangs out a lot. And Carlos King and all of them tried to tell him, well, I don't know if Dustin was on board with it. Dustin was pretty much saying that, if a man want to hang out a little bit, it shouldn't be no problem. If the woman trusts him and he trusts his wife, it shouldn't be no problems. But the problem is that, one, she don't like it, Kimmy that is. Two, everybody knows it's bad news to hang out real late. 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, everybody know what's going on. Two things is going on. Either some crime mess, people getting into stuff crime-wise, or legs. That's it. That's the only thing that's going on. Only thing that's open, that's the only thing that's going on at that time of night. Point blank in the period. And if you constantly going out to clubs or bars, people are out there that's single. They looking for something. They trying to get their teeth on something, literally. And even if Maurice is not literally out there trying to get his teeth on something like that, things will happen. Late at night, people vulnerable, alcohol, any other type of controlled substance. Not to say that Maurice is on anything else. I'm just saying these people be on stuff. They hanging out. The night is not young. The night is old. It's time, it's time to, report home at these hours, 2 and 3, God forbid 4. It's like, really, what are you doing out till 4 on a repetitive basis, week after week, day in, day out? It's like, what are you looking for, Maurice? He say nothing. He says nothing, but the consensus is that regardless if you are actually out looking for something, you got on your ring and all this and that, things will happen regardless. Things will happen. You're going to have a vulnerable moment because it just goes down like that when you're out at these type of places at that type of time, at that type of night. You know what I mean? And Dustin's point is that, when you could be at the Starbucks at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and get hit on and things like that. And that's true, you can. But it's definitely going down at these bars and at these clubs at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Best believe. All day. Best believe. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Maurice is yearning for. And that is kind of what Carlos King was kind of getting at. What are you yearning for? Like, what are you missing? Like, you're not being fulfilled? Like, why do you have this need to hang out? Before it was the need for the S word. Now it's this need to hang out. You know what? Maurice is just, I don't know. These Scott brothers are a hot mess. They're a hot mess. And Maurice, he has some issues. Like, he's an extremist. Anything that he does, he got to do it to the extreme. You know what I mean? That's what it seems like. He seems very mundane and monotone, but it's like his personality is like I don't know. The best word I can come up with is an extremist in terms of everything he does is just overboard. I mean, look at how he tries to parent. Like, he gets this, and to my knowledge, I'm not sure if Maurice has been in the military or anything like that. But, he gets this boy up, talking about his son, Monster. He gets this boy up at 5 and 6 in the morning. And, he's got him folding clothes and cooking breakfast. I don't know what he got him up doing that early or whatever. But it's like, I don't know. Maurice is a weird one. He's a weird one. That older Scott brother is a weird one. And the more we start to see in Maurice, he seems a little weird in that the older brother just seemed weird on all levels. Like, need to be kind of like, not locked up, but maybe so. I don't know. But Maurice is not weird in that way. Maurice is more weird, like, I don't know, like, these guys is weird. I'm telling you, these Scott brothers is weird. I'm telling you. But anyway, moving on, SoGucci. It's really nothing else left to talk about besides that and Maurice talking about he lives a very stressful life and he has to go party to blow off steam. That and the fact that SoGucci, also another member of one of Carlos King's reality shows, Bell Collective, indicating on this platform directly to Carlos is that she did not feel protected on this show, just like Mel did. Mel was on her show, which is Love and Marriage, not feeling protected because these producers continuously wants to put her in a line of fire with her ex, Martell, for the sake of the show and the sake of a storyline for good reality TV. And the same thing with SoGucci. And she specifically told him direct. She said, I'm just going to be honest. I didn't feel protected. And I was wondering, like, what was going on? Your producers constantly filming Selena and constantly wanting me to talk to her. She'll talk to Selena on her time. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to make her talk to Selena. Don't try to set up these situations where Selena is there and she just pops up and, you know what I mean? She didn't want to be done that way. And she was, it was clear to her that she was being done that way. And she didn't appreciate it. They had a no contact order. Like, this thing was serious. Like, they had a no contact order, but yet your producers were continuously trying to put this thing together where they end up meeting and seeing each other and talking. You're forcing it at the detriment of their no contact order and really at the detriment of something else going down again if they weren't really ready to make amends. You got two females that are still pretty much hot because one filed charges and the other one got arrested. You know what I mean? And you're going to try to make them talk when they weren't really ready to talk civilly. It could have went down again. So, and she told him where she didn't feel protected and he got pissed and cut her off to try to cover it up and clear it up as he always does. And hopefully this video is not long, but I want y'all to hear what this man was talking about. Let's listen in.
There's a lot of pressure from the producers. I'm just being honest. For me to have a conversation with Selena. There was no, we had a no contact order. And just to be honest, Carlos, I really felt disrespected. I did have a no contact order with Selena, which ended, I think, October the 2nd this year. And the producer was sneaking around filming her. And I just to be honest with you, we're gonna keep it 100. I just feel like I was on a platform where I thought I was protected, but I didn't feel that. I didn't feel that from your crew. I didn't feel protected. And it kind of confused me a little bit. And I was
really feel protected because at the end of the day, you knew she was coming on the show.
Now, let me answer.
Hold on, let me ask you first.
I understand.
I know. Let me ask you though, because you told me answer you.
Yeah.
You knew she was coming on the show.
I mean, I really, no, let me tell you how I found out she was on the show. Actually, let me tell you.
Well,
They were filming the baby shower, and Latrice posted a picture on social media where they were actually at the baby shower. I said, they're filming the baby shower? I didn't know that. You know, maybe some of the other bells knew, but I didn't know.
So listen, there was a conversation about her joining the show. You knew about her joining the show. And at the end of the day, when it came for y'all to be in the same room, we understood about this no contact order. But also, we also knew, too, that when it came to y'all being in the same space, that we were going to respect the boundaries of that. And that's why when you left the improv class, you left and Letitia went after you to try to get you to stay. And I'm not going to give away what happened the rest of the season, but I do think at the end of the day, there is some sort of accountability on your part that should be there based on you really.
And I'm gonna stop it right there. He went on for quite a bit of more time, but did you hear what this man said? He told SoGucci that there should be a little bit of accountability. She is taking accountability. She said that she let the thing being that wig party that Latrice had, she let it get out of hand. She let her emotions get to her, and she was calling the woman an extra, and that is probably what really got Selena going and got her mad, and because of that, it escalated. So that was her accountability. So you need to take accountability for your minions, which you call them your producers, continuously by any means necessary, trying to get these stories, even when it's at the detriment of these cast members. That's what you need to take accountability for, Carlos King. It's like the nerve of this guy. Like, and when people try to tell him they didn't feel protected or it wasn't right, because I don't know, and you guys drop down in the comments if you have heard Mel say this. I don't know if Mel have literally told him in that way that SoGucci just told him. Like, she just flat out told him, I did not feel protected. Point blank in the period. And I was confused about what was going on and disappointed. I don't know if Mel has actually said those words to him. I mean, she definitely feels that way, but I don't know if she's actually told him the way that SoGucci just did. So yeah, it's like he needs to do better in that. When these people got real, it's okay when it's just some fluff, but when it's real situations where people can or have been hurt by certain people in certain ways, be it a physical or a mental type thing, it's like you have to stop and say we can't go there with this storyline for reality TV. We can't go there. It's serious. You know what I mean? We got to move on to another. It's always another story to be told. You know what I mean? But the point is, he wants that story because that's the juicy story. And even though it's something serious, he still wants his people to get it by any means necessary. And that's the messed up part about Carlos King. And if, Bravo and them doing it, what's his name? Andy Cohen and them is doing it, it's wrong across the board, no matter, what show. If they doing that, it's too much, and it can get it's serious and it can get out of hand. But you guys drop down in the comments, tell me what you think about SoGucci basically telling him I did not feel protected, point blank in the period, and your producers was trying to get me and this lady to talk when we wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for sure, and that could have escalated. You know what I mean? It could have been a whole nother situation on camera. And what do you guys think about Maurice, basically saying his life is so stressful. Now he has to add yet something else, which is going to party all the time to 2, 3, and 4 o'clock in the morning. He's not just hanging out at bar one. He's not bar one, but credit one. He's actually also going out to these bars. Drop it down in the comments. Let me know what you think. I do talk back. Please comment, like the video, subscribe, and until next time, ciao.